What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Miami Dolphins, um, and basically their future going into next year and beyond. Basically, giving my thoughts because obviously this hasn't been the best season. It wasn't supposed to be. We were tanking early on, and then we kind of took off with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Brian Flores. So, yeah, but yeah, man. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. Let me see. Um, okay, so moving on to, let's take a look at quarterback first. We've got Ryan Fitzpatrick for 2020 if he doesn't retire, but I don't think he's going to. I just don't see that happening. So we probably have him for a year. And that'll matter depending on what we decide to do at quarterback. If we draft someone like Tua, because we're probably going to be the number 4 seed, which means we're not going to be able to get our hands on Joe Burrow. So if we do draft a quarterback, which I'm not really that keen on doing this year, let me go ahead and say that too. I've said it in a video before, but I don't think we should draft a quarterback this year. I don't. I think we should build the house, use all these picks we've gathered up, and build up our offensive line, get some more receivers, get a better defense, just build the house, and then next year draft a quarterback that's going to lead it. That's going to lead us. Because we do have Fitzpatrick for another year, and I think we can have some success if we can get a decent team around him. I think we can. And even if not, I mean, let's say we do draft someone like Tua. Because like I said, we're not going to be able to get Joe Burrow. And the top 4 teams are, Cincinnati's probably going to have the number 1 pick. The Redskins and Giants are probably going to have the second and third. And then we're probably going to be 4th. So, looking at that, I just don't see us getting Joe. I mean, Cincinnati's probably going to take him in the first overall. And then I don't know what the Giants or the Redskins are planning to do because they just drafted quarterbacks last year, so I doubt they're going to draft one this year. So we could still get our hands on Tua. But he does have that hip injury, and that kind of scares me. Again, that's why it is good that we do have Ryan Fitzpatrick for another year, and we technically got Rosen, I guess. But because if we don't patch up this offensive line, I don't want Tua to start next year. I don't. Because whoever we draft to be our franchise quarterback, with this offensive line, we're going to get him killed. If we draft a quarterback, I want to put one of these two out there as a meat shield because of our horrible offensive line. Either one of them. Preferably Fitzpatrick, because we can actually win some games. But that's just my thoughts. But moving forward, we got our running back situation. All 4 of our running backs are going to be here next year. Whether you think that's a good thing or not, that's your prerogative. But, hey. Kalen Ballage has been looking okay. The running game really has been a struggle, but a big part of that is our offensive line being so bad. We got Chandler Cox, of course, until 2022. So obviously you don't have to worry about fullback. And even if we did, we got so many holes. I don't care about the fullback position all that much. Albert Wilson is making $8 million. Jesus. Devontae Parker obviously just restructured his deal, so he has a 4-year deal. So he'll be going to 2022 at least. So we've got him. Now, my thoughts on Parker, I've kind of spoken about it before. He's had a good season so far. This is the first year he's been able to really stay healthy, and he's had a pretty good season. He's been the physical guy that we've been waiting for him to be. I just hope that those injuries don't return, especially now that we have re-signed him. Alan Hearns, I'm not really a big fan of him. I kind of want to get rid of him somehow. Jakeem Grant, yeah. Yeah, we signed him to a big deal earlier in the year, so obviously we have him, but injury concerns are also for him. Preston Williams, yeah, he's hurt, but he's shown himself to be pretty solid. So I think he's going to be a good part of this team moving forward, especially if he gets another offseason to improve. Ricardo Lewis, he can go. I don't care. Gary Jennings, he can go. Davis, Isaiah Ford, they can all go. I don't care about any of them. Tight end Mike Gesicki is starting to have some success. Fitzpatrick likes bigger targets, so having a good tight end has been helpful. Smythe, yeah. Meh. Moving on to the offensive line. This needs a total revamp. Not really a big fan of any of them, actually. I wouldn't be upset if we got 5 new offensive linemen either through the free agency or through the draft this year. Wouldn't be mad at it. Because, in my opinion, even over quarterback, the offense and defensive line are the most important positions in football. Everything starts in the trenches. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you're going to beat most teams. Straight up. Moving on to the defense. Charles Harris, he hasn't been all that great this year. Christian Wilkins, I got a lot of faith in moving forward. I think he is going to be a really good player for us. He hasn't been the greatest this year just because the rest of our defense is pretty bad. We've got Taco for another year. That's good. I want to see how he can develop with this team. John Jenkins can go. Kocek, yeah, we got him for another year. That's good. Jonathan Woodyard, Avery Moss. Jonathan Ledbetter, when he gets healthy, I'd like to see him get some more playing time. Gerald Willis as well. I'd like to see him a little bit more. I know he's hurt, and he really didn't play with Seattle. I think he was on the practice squad. But the thing about Gerald Willis, he has had some off-the-field problems, obviously. But let me tell you, he's got a mean swim move. It's insane. Yeah. Really, really good swim move. If he can develop some more techniques, I think he can be a decent player. But, yeah. Linebacker, Raquan McMillan, got him for another year, but I'm not really keen on him. Jerome Baker, he's a little bit better. Vince Beagle has been able to catch some interceptions for us. Van Ginkel, we drafted him this year, so obviously we have him. Sam McGuavin, I'm actually happy we have another year with him because I'm starting to really like him a little bit. I'm curious to see how he develops moving forward. Mike Hall, yeah. Gonna move on to corner. Or secondary in general. I almost forgot we had Aqib Talib because we immediately put him on IR. We pretty much bought a draft pick. That's pretty much what we did. Rashad Jones, yeah, we got him till 2022. For better or for worse. That's a lot of money right there. Xavier Howard, I'm a big fan that we have him extended because he's had some mixed success, but he's still a really good corner in my opinion. Bobby McCain, I'm glad we have him moving forward too because especially in this defense that Brian Flores is putting forth with the multiple style scheme, he can play corner and safety, so I think that's valuable. I think he can have some success at nickel or dime, well, really just slot corner in general. Aqib Talib, yeah, he'll be a free agent. Same with Eric Rowe. They can go. Actually, I thought Eric Rowe just got a contract extension. I thought I seen that. Walt Aikens, yeah, he can go. He's a good special teams guy, but he can go. Nick Needham, I'm glad we have another year with him. I want to see how he develops. Hardage, couldn't care less if we actually keep him or not. But Nick Needham, I'm glad we have another year with him. We will either need to re-sign Matt, or get a new punter. I actually didn't realize that his contract was up. That's kind of whatever though. We do have Jason Sanders for another 2 years, which is good because I'm really starting to like him. So yeah. Why was Isaiah Ford on there twice? Whatever. I'm not going to bother with the dead payroll figures, but yeah, that just kind of gives you an idea of where some of the contracts are. Also, Brian Flores. Massive fan of Brian Flores so far. This team is awful, and he has somehow gotten us to win 3 games with this horrible roster. So, honestly, I think he should be a candidate for Coach of the Year. I know he won't get it because, we've only won 3 games. But the fact that we were able to do that with this team is insane to me. It's kind of similar to Pittsburgh right now. They lost their quarterback. They got rid of Le'Veon Bell. They got rid of Antonio Brown. Juju Smith-Schuster has been battling injury all year. James Conner hasn't really been healthy all year. Many players on their defense. They've had so many injuries this year and lost so many players, and they're still a playoff contender. It's the same situation. Well, similar. They're still better than us. But I like Brian Flores moving forward. I think he's aggressive, he's passionate, and I think that's what the Miami Dolphins really need. It's what most of us have been asking for in a head coach for a long time after Gase, Philbin. Well, Sperano was pretty passionate, but especially with field goals. But yeah, I'm a big fan moving forward. I'm curious to see what the future holds for us, what they're going to do with all these picks that we've acquired. And yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. This video is probably going to come out next week. I'm pretty much pre-recording videos for Christmas week because I'm not really going to have time to do it. I won't be home for most of the week, and then I know I'm not going to have time Christmas Day. So, yeah, pre-recording at least a few videos to have ready for next week. So, this is one of them. But, yeah, anyway, if you like this video, I'd appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, leave in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.